And tonight, of course, we will continue with the series about identity issues, which we will be talking no, no excuse. Where is your excuse? Is it right? Tama ba? Okay. So, this is what I realize. When you are fond of excuses, your excuses will hinder your destiny. It will affect the destination that you are supposed to go, where you are supposed to be at. And it's important that we need to talk about this so that those issues would be eliminated, those issues will be addressed. And of course, all of our desire is that all of us, lahat tayo, ma-fulfill yung ating purpose, ma-fulfill ang ating destiny. So tonight we will continue with our series again. This deals also with about unleashing our potentials, and that's what we want to highlight tonight. And because last week, my wife, my beautiful one and only wife, talks about understanding about how that all of us can really lead, because there are some arguments or negative perspective about leadership. Now I've heard that not all can become leaders, and that's the wrong perspective, because all of us are born with that spirit of leadership, and that needs to be discovered. Okay, that's why it's important to have that knowledge about who you are, and before you can know who you are, you should know who your maker. Okay, so tonight we will continue with that issue. We will continue with that series, and let me move you to our title. Where is your confidence? Because it's important to uh, to address, no, kung saan ba talaga yung confidence mo. I'd like to quote this statement. Okay, we are called to live beyond our excuses. And the reason why we have so many excuses is because we don't have, or we don't know who we are, we don't know our purpose, and we don't know where we are going. No? So, apektado talaga siya lahat. No, once you don't know who you are, it affects it will really affect, know what you are going to do. And of course, because you don't know what to do, then you would never know, or you can never even see, you would never even have the perspective of where you are headed. So it's important to really eliminate those excuses, because those are the hindrances of our destiny. Okay, hope you get it. Also, that as let me remove this one. Mm, all right. As we are called to dominate, to control, and to manage the resources of the earth, we need to have knowledge about our real identity. So importante yung kilala mo kung sino ka. But again, as Rochelle shared last week, that you would never know who you really are. There can be no uh, issues that can be addressed, no, when it comes to identity, apart from knowing who your maker, no, kung sino talaga ang maker natin. Of course, our God, our creator, our manufacturer. So if you don't really know who your manufacturer is, pwede kasing alam mo na meron tayong God, may God, no? All of us, I believe, no, whether you believe in God, or you don't believe in God, I mean, still you know that there's supreme being that yeah, I mean, above everything that you are seeing, you know that there's someone meron talagang high power being na gumawa ng lahat, and that's God. It's so stupid. It will be so stupid not to believe on that. And kaya isa sa mga address natin na na hindi mo I mean, walang Diyos, then it automatic kaagad, no? Automatically problema ka na kaagad sa issue ng sarili mo, no? Identity issue. And for those also na alam na merong God, pero if you don't truly know Him, then that affects also your identity. And maraming issues. And that's what we want to highlight today. Common problem in our society today is lack of confidence. And the problem why you have walang confidence, again, it always boils down to identity crisis. Okay? The question is, where is your confidence? Where is your confidence? When you talk about self-confidence, okay, ayusin natin to para ma, ma, matanggal yung arguments about self-confidence. It's actually neither conceit nor deceit, but rather being humble. It is being in agreement with who you are. Ang totoong confidence mo kasi, it's not because of who you are. Ang totoong confidence comes from knowing who you are and who made you. Okay? So, yung confidence mo relies so much, okay, sa perspective that someone higher, bigger, more powerful that created you. So that builds up your confidence that the one who created you and made you actually created you and made you like him. And that's the ultimate perspective na binigay niya sa atin, and that's to dominate, to govern, to manage. So that makes you confident. Hindi yan arrogance. Okay? Because sometimes if we talk so much about ourselves, isip kasi kaagad natin or ng ibang tao na arrogante. Like me personally, uh, when I met people around and then question me why I'm not wearing mask. I mean, I do wear mask for the sake for the sake of obeying the protocol of the government. But whenever I'm around with people, especially with the family, I don't wear mask. Why? Why should I? I'm not afraid about of COVID. In fact, I mean, if there's really COVID, which I believe may COVID talaga, I mean, that doesn't affect me, and that cannot even bother me. Why? Because I know who I am. I know I am protected. I know I have the power over COVID. And sometimes if you take it no with wrong perspective also about yourself, you would think negatively about me, because you will be thinking that I'm arrogant. Right? Some of you are already hearing me right now. Baka may mga thinking na kayo na parang hilas man siya. No, I'm just being so sure about myself. I have no issues about my identity. Kilala ko sarili ko. So that's how important it is to know your identity so that you would have self confidence. Also, you have to come up with that solution because your life depends on it. So, isettle mo talaga to. This is why there's life hacks. Ito talaga ang laking tulong ng life hacks, because this is not to proclaim so much about Destiny Marketplace radicals, but this is for everyone to know, to get in knowledge, or somehow parang magkaroon sila ng solution about themselves, because you know what, you can be so wealthy, you can be so relational, you can be so talented, skillful, with so much potential, but if you have identity issues, you have identity crisis, then that would really wala, malimit lahat yun. Supposed to be, it would lead you to the maximum, wala na, shortcut, no, makat short, makat short yung potential mo. Why? It's because of that issue. So it's important to come up with this solution. And I believe you are here tonight, you are listening, watching YouTube right now or on Facebook. This is for you tonight so that you would unleash every untapped potentials that's hidden inside of you. And I tell you, you would be surprised who you really are when you discover who you really are. Yeah. Okay. So men, okay, is different, has different function with women. Okay. You will really see why God created man and why God created woman. Okay? And yeah, to cut it short, kayo na lang mag-study niyan, but if you truly believe in the scriptures, you would really believe on what I am be talking about, because this is what we are living actually today, with 7 boys, with one wife. I'm not saying that our relationships are perfect na, pero nakikita ko na effective siya, and doable and duplicable. And I love to inform everyone, especially to men. No? You already have that position. You don't need to fight for that position, because man has the tendency to fight with that position as a leader in the family, is because they felt, no, nararamdaman nila na yung mga women ang nag-supersede, nag-overpower, o nag-lead in the family. That's why maraming women nabubugbog ng husband. Pero I think baliktad na ata ngayon. Sabi ng kaibigan kong pastor na magtatayo na daw siya ng ano, papas na daw siya ng bill about yung grupo ng mga samahan ng mga bana, mga lalaki na bugbog sa asawa. May party list na gagawin na ganun. Is because so many husbands today brutally, and hindi man brutally or physically, uh, I mean, yung parang bugbog, but you know what? Their minds and their hearts and how they respond to managing the responsibility in the family, apektado talaga. It's because of low self-esteem. It's because of identity issue. Because they don't really know their position. But if you know your position, you don't have to argue with your wife. Instead, you keep loving your wife. The more your wife would be, I mean, if mas maingay yung asawa mo, normally yun ang reklamo ng mga bana kasi maingay yung asawa. Probably because you are not in the position. That's why you need life hacks. That's why you need to settle that issue. Bakit bunganga na bunganga si Mrs.? It's because probably you don't know yet your position. Or probably you know your position but you are not in that position yet. Right? You don't function that position. So you better understand that you already in the position of a leader. You don't need to be trying to be a leader because you are a leader. Are you there? Men, yung mga binata, yung mga mag-aasawa, may plano, you need to know that you are a leader. And you don't need to try or even pretend to be leader because you are a leader. You are in that position. You are already positioned to lead your family. Women, they have that unique power. We call it influence. Okay? When you talk about influence, well, that leads also, kung alam mo pa paano gamitin yung influence power ng misis mo, that actually, I mean, that helps you function better. And that's another story. That's another talk, no? Actually, paborito ko yan na pag-uusapan, but that's not what I want to highlight. But I'm just sharing that there's a responsibility between men and women. And kailangan ma-identify yan. Or else, wala na. Kaya may mga kausap tayo na may problema talaga about identity issues. Okay, let's move on. Why does knowing who you are build confidence, and having confidence will make you humble? Okay? Kasi as I have said, hindi porket may self-confidence ka na, arrogant ka na. No, actually that makes you humble because your confidence doesn't come really from you. Your confidence comes from the one who made you or who created you. So, okay, listen to this. Because pride, okay, again, let's go back. Why does knowing who you are build confidence, and having confidence will make you humble? Because pride is pretending to be something you are not, which is why God resists those who are full of pride. Because if you have identity issues, if you have identity crisis, that affects your confidence, all right? And that surface the problem of Lucifer. The problem of the enemy, the devil, that surface you. It sermons to how you react things, to how you relate to others, and how you view you view what's going on around you, and that affects also how you view with others concerning you. Okay? May mga kilala ako na ina-anticipate nila yung actions ng iba when they think about themselves. Assuming ba, no? Pag may nagawa sila, ito example, the best example to. If they have done something that medyo substandard. Pag may nagawa sila na alam nila na hindi tama, wala na. I-anticipate na kagad niya na anong isip ng iba. And he would always conclude this. Kinukonclude nila, hindi man talaga nila ako matanggap na ganyan kasi weird ako kasi ganito. That is a problem of identity issue. When you justify, ang dami mong justification about your weaknesses, ang dami mong justification about your lack of patience, dami mong justification about your anger, your temper, dami mong justification and rationalization about things that you don't do, about things that you are supposed to do, then you have problem with the issue of identity. That boils down and that the root cause is pride. Sad to say, but that's real. That's true. Okay? That's true. And it's a sad reality that people don't want to embrace the truth. And the moment you start to back off and would think, murag di na tinuod, then you know who you are fighting with. You are fighting with your flesh. You are fighting with yourself. And that's being prideful. All right. Let's move on. I would like to quote this verse to get you uh, what do you call this, para magkaroon tayo ng point of reference, no, according to the scriptures, because yun ang ating basihan dito, scriptures, what the Bible says. It says, but he continues to pour out more and more grace upon us, for it says, God resists when you are proud. God resists when you are proud, rather, but continually pour out grace when you are humble. So, the more you humble yourself, the more confident you are about who you are, because you know who your maker is, the more grace will be poured out upon you. And personally, I can share to you so much testimonies about how I benefit, with that kind of mindset. When you don't know who you are, it's hard to be confident. And there are so many talented and skillful people with this problem, no? Sayang lang yung mga skills, sayang lang yung mga talent, sayang lang yung mga supposed to be gifts na naka-install sa kanila, but because of low self-esteem, it's because of identity crisis, it's because they don't they hindi nila in-strive harder to know who the maker is, kaya nagkakaroon sila ng low self-esteem. And the less confident you are, then the more that you become prideful. The more that you back off whenever there's something that you think that could hurt you. You don't want correction, right? You are afraid of correction, and you don't want to be around with people na alam mo, mas mataas sa'yo. Nandiyan ba tayo? You don't want to be around people who will correct you or who will bring you to go higher, get you to go higher. Because you just want to be with people na ikaw lang ang magaling. When you know that, pag ganyan daw yung situation mo, then you will be locked down. You will be stuck up. Because if you want to grow, you need to be around with people who can bring you up to become somebody else. Somebody to really become someone you are called to be. Are you there? So you need to have integrity. Integrity, what is integrity? Right? A person of integrity is integrated with themselves, who they are, and what they say are the same. Okay? Kung anong sinasabi, yan ang nakikita. Hindi yung iba yung sinasabi, iba yung ginagawa. Okay? Just like in the book of Revelation, describe ni Lord na merong hot nor cold, no? Either you are cold nor hot, or you are hot nor cold, but lukewarm, no? Hindi ka daw mainit, Hindi ka rin naman malamig, nasa kalagitnaan lang. Parang, di ba, parang bading, no? Parang, no, I mean, there's no such thing as bading. I mean, if you are truly hot, then be hot. If you are truly cold, then be cold. There's no such thing as in between. Hindi pwede yung sakang ka, bakang-bakang. Yung sa Bisaya, bakang-bakang. You need to be radical and choose one to and be radical and pursue that. I mean, importante yon because like the Lord says, I'm about to spit you from my mouth. God doesn't want lukewarm kind of person. So, ano ka ba talaga? Tanong ko sa iyo ngayon. Ano ka ba talaga? Sino ka ba talaga? Bakit ka nga ba talaga nandito? Yan ang mga question, hard questions yan, mga ganyan, but you need to answer that. Kasi pag hindi mo pa alam ang mga sagot na yan, then that's what we want to address. Okay? A simple yes or no is good. It's better. It's good enough. Anything beyond this springs from a deceiver. So, pag waiver ka, no, yes or no, yes tapos mag-no. I mean, wala. Parang you are deceived. It comes from the enemy. That doesn't come from the one who made you because he is the truth. And when it reveals to you, you don't have to be confused. So it's just being confused when you say no and then no, no, yes, yes. I mean, malamig, init. I mean, yeah. Okay, okay. You know what I'm trying to say. Apostle Paul said, do not be like those that compare themselves to other. Okay, ito medyo mas malinaw na to. Okay? When you talk about integrity, okay? Integrity talks about the same person as you are integrated with yourself. What you say is who you really are, what you exercise, what you practice. Hindi mo sinasabi yung tong bagay and then gagawa ka ng ibang bagay. Okay? So, Apostle Paul said, sabi niya, do not be like those that compare themselves to others, but compare yourself to yourself. Okay? Do not think of yourself more highly, all right, than you ought to be, for God does not walk with the proud. So, some people, the reason why they cannot do their part, the reason why they cannot go higher, that's the reason why they cannot lead, the reason why they cannot unleash their potential, it's because they are trying to compare themselves with others. And that's a hard truth, hard reality right there. Because even those who are godly people, those who claim to be godly, has problems with this spirit, with this kind of attitude, with this kind of is being dealt with this kind of issues. So it's important not only to know God, but to really go higher in your understanding about who He really is. Knowing who you are will change your behavior. Kung kilala mo talaga sarili mo, it really boils down. It will manifest, no? The way you act, the way you behave, and the way you relate, no? Your attitude, especially towards others. Because the man thinks in his heart, that is who he is. As a man thinks, other translation, as a man thinks in his heart. So it's not actually the heart that's in your chest. It's the mind of the heart. It's not the one beating. It's actually the one thinking. Okay? All right. So as what you think about yourself, then yun ka. Kung ganyan ang tingin mo sa sarili mo, inom muna ako ng tubig. Wait. If that's what you think about yourself, then wala na magawa. That's why if you are truly desperate to unleash every potential, to grow, to maximize whatever needs to be maximized in your life, to die finish, if you want that to happen, then overcome pride. Because pride would limit you. Okay? Okay? Ang problem pag may pride ka, you resist statements or you resist words that are really true. When you have pride, it will be so hard for you to believe, even if you know that it's true. because you know that it's from the scriptures. And if you have pride, you will have double mind. You will have you will have problems believing the scriptures, even the word of God. Why? Because pride would always go against the truth. So, normally, yung mga hindi nagbabago, hindi nag-change, yung hindi nag-untap talaga ng kanilang or hindi talaga nag-aanis ng potentials, probably because they are prideful. They don't want to be corrected. They don't want to be, I mean, yeah, so many things. And you can identify those. Even you can see those things from other people. And of course, you don't need to compare yourself to them because that's another pride. But at least you see it for yourself and assess, no? What about ikaw? Okay? So ang question ngayon, what lies do you believe about yourself? Do you believe what people say about you? Do you believe in the lies of of being part of a third world country? Because tayo, that's a problem. Filipinos has so much problem with identity issues. Kaya ang problema natin ng nation natin is corruption. Because corruption is the problem of identity crisis. Those people who are fond of corruption, it's because they are unsecured. They have no confidence about themselves. And they find confidence, they find power and pleasure in wealth, in money. That's why they corrupt. They try to gain power so much so that they can have the common problem of the third world country. The root cause of corruption is what? Identity issues, identity crisis. So what lies do you believe? Okay, what are those lies that you believe? Do you believe in what your mother or your father or your neighbor say about you because you are like that, you have this pride, you believe so much so much in yourself, but you don't pag may problema ka sa issue ng identity mo, wala, mawawalan ka ng confidence sa sarili mo, lalo ka na mawawalan ng confidence sa mga taong nakapaligid mo. Kaya normally, yung may problema nito, madalas end up suicide. Anyway, pero wala, hindi ikaw yan, okay? The truth you discover about yourself is what sets you free. Okay? The truth that you believe or you discover about yourself is what sets you free. That's why you need to understand the truth. What's the truth? Original information. Where can you find original information? It's in the scriptures. It's in the Bible. So if you argue with the Bible, if you have wrong perspective about the Bible, then that's a problem. Because truth will be so hard to be revealed to you and that will leaves you the same. Okay? So, importante na if you want to be set free, then you need to embrace truth. Get the original information. And the original information says that you are unique, you are wonderful, you are creative, you are awesome, you can do so many things, and you are loaded. You need to believe in that, and you are called to manage every resources that are around you. And you cannot be grumbling about government. You cannot be grumbling about anyone. You will start to focus on developing, discovering what's inside of you, and start to deploy it and serve it to others. When you discover the truth about who you really are. And I'd like that. I like that so much because the common problem, people think that they need to be perfect, yet God used the dysfunctional people we see in the Bible. Of course, we as I have said, no, it's all over the scriptures. It's all over the Bible. You can see the life of Moses, no? I mean, some people, isa sa mga sa mga problems, some people think that they need to be like someone else in order to feel valuable. I mean, if you look at in the Bible, Moses has problem with speech and so many excuses when God called him to deliver the people of Israel. When you talk about Elisha, I mean Elijah, so melan that he wants to die because of fatigue, because of depression, because of confusion. Who else? Jeremiah has so much excuses. I am still young. Yan ang mga excuses niya. Who else? You think I mean, if you look at the best example that had overcome excuses, look at the life of Joseph. Kung tingnan mo si Joseph, pwede siya magrason. You just don't know what I've been through. I was thrown in prison. Even I was dumped by my brothers. I got almost killed by my family members. You should understand me. That's why I'm no, hindi ganoon ng excuses. Actually, Joseph became one of the most important in the nation during his time, because even kung bakit ang sama ng pinagdaanan niya, ganun din, no? Because that headed him towards becoming what he is supposed to be. So wala dapat excuses. Peter, I mean, so many, the apostles had so much excuses. But when they overcome excuses, when God called them with all excuses and let's offer it to the Lord, then everything turned out to be good. Are you there? And remember, all of us are called by God. Even Lazarus, he was already dead. But when Jesus called him out of the tomb, he had no choice but to come out. I believe you are here. Huh? You are here today, listening, watching me. Okay? I want you to get that revelation. This is now the time for you to understand the truth about who you are. And God now is calling you to discover who you really are. All right. Another common problem, other people believe that they don't have anything to offer. Yeah, that's a big lie, right? That's a big lie. Another common problem, being confident will make them prideful. So yung iba, ayaw na lang like for example, yung mga preachings, ito, nakikita ko to sa mga disciples, sa mga leaders, bigyan mo ng assignment to do this, hi, pero gusto nga nila. Oh, ayaw mag-preach, pero pagbigyan mo ng time mag-preach, ayaw din man tumigil. sometimes these people are confused. Ano ba talaga? Ano ba talaga gusto mo? I mean you want? Yes, pero no. Yes. Hello? So, identify bakit ganyan. Okay? All right. Common problem also, others think about I am who I am according to what other people says. Because sabi nila na ganito ako, ganito ako. That's stupid, right? Others will use their lack of education to justify their lack of confidence. And I'm telling you today, even educated people, some of them are not successful. Some of them didn't even finish or wala. May mga cum laude, mga kaibigan ako na medyo on top of the when you talk about academics, they are right. Gabe. Pero problema is mababa masyado yung EQ. So, education doesn't secure your future. I tell you. Right? Knowing who you are, I'm sure, I'm confident you will fulfill your destiny. Without excuses, you are left with only the truth. Pag wala kang excuses, wala na. Truth will be revealed to you. Are you there? So what is your excuse? Ano ba talaga excuse mo? Bakit hanggang ngayon andyan ka pa rin? Ano ba talaga excuse mo? Why you are not unleashing the fullness of your potential? Ano ba talaga excuse mo? Bakit hanggang ngayon hindi ka pa rin promoted? Na-promote na yung bago lang sa kumpanya mo. Ikaw, matagal-tagal na sa kumpanya, andyan ka pa rin. What is your excuse? Dahil ba magaling siya? Bakit ikaw, hindi ka ba magaling? What is your excuse? Bakit yung responsibility na supposed para sa'yo, hindi naibigay sa'yo? Right? What is your excuse? Why you don't embrace responsibilities? Okay? You need to answer that question. Okay, so this is our processing time. Make time today to have a meeting with yourself and your maker. Talk to yourself and talk to God. Okay? So if you truly have a relationship with God, then it's high time now tonight to really assess and think and ask God, is there something that I need to know more? Is there something that needs to be revealed in my heart? Is there something that needs to be okrayin sa buhay ko para mag-level up naman ako? I don't want to stay the same. I want to fulfill what you have called me to fulfill. I want to fulfill and finish my assignment while I am still alive because I want to die empty. That's all for tonight. See you at the top.